Hello everybody, this is Jared Chunks21. I am doing a new segment I like to call Tech Card Sundays. So here's the first segment of this. So I was digging through my tins and all my old spare cards. I have several dozen of them. And I came across a counter trap that I completely had forgotten I had. And I started thinking about one of my buddies at my school that likes to run Chain Burn and Chain Burn Exodia. And I thought, well, this is a great tech card to counter it. So here it is, Shining Silver Force. Now we're going to go over the benefits of this card first. One, it's a counter trap, which means it's spell speed 3, so you have to have another counter trap to chain to it. But let's say your opponent's loaded up his field with chain burn cards. So he activates the chain and starts result, and he goes and activates his chain. And you start looking at it and you realize, wow, I'm taking 2,500, 3,000 points of damage from this chain. Plus he gets to draw some cards, which might let him draw into Exodia. So you decide, okay, we're going to stop this. So you chain, as the last chain link, Shining Silver Force. And here's what this card does. Activate only when your opponent activates a trap card that inflicts damage. Negate the activation of the trap card and destroy it, and all face-up spell and trap cards your opponent controls. Now, the downside to this is, one, your opponent has to activate a trap card that inflicts burn damage, So that's pretty big right there, but that's not that hard. You have Secret Barrel, Just Desserts, other stuff that burns. And this will negate the activation of that trap card and destroy it, and it will also destroy all the other spell and traps your opponent has face up. Meaning, now I'm not sure about the rulings, but I'm fairly certain that means that it will destroy the chain before it can resolve. So activating this at the last point will stop the chain completely. It will destroy it. You'll take no damage, your opponent won't get to draw his cards, which is good. And as you can see, it's like 11 cents, lightly played. So it's fairly cheap card. Now for some of the downsides. For one, it's a trap, so it's already really slow, but I think that it more than makes up for that to stop chain burn. Next, again, your opponent has to activate a trap card that inflicts damage. You can't chain it to any trap, or you can't chain it to any spell that does damage. So it's fairly limited there. But it's a good tech card to put into your deck or side deck and say, okay, maybe this will work. It might work for me. And I'm sure we all have that one friend that runs Chain Burn or Chain Burn Exodia or some variant of it, because it's a fairly cheap deck to build and it's fairly easy to use. And with links coming out, the way I've seen it in the past, people usually play older decks with the new mechanics come out, and there's always a couple of people that flock to Chain Burn because it's the easiest and it's the least likely to get hit by the new mechanic. So I thought I'd make the video while I was looking through my tins and everything, and I found the card. So I thought I'd make a video on Shining Silver Force. This will probably be a bi-weekly segment, maybe a weekly segment of tech cards that you can have around just to know you need it. It just depends on what haul I decide on how I want to do the series. Again, this has been Jared Chunks21. Uploading a Tech Card Sunday. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe.